Discuss mechanical inversion of temperature with associated causes and consequences. जिसमें दो एस्पेक्ट है. Do you know what is inversion? And then do you know what is mechanical inversion? ये दो अलग discussion points हैं. And you should also know what are the types of inversion. पहले मुझे inversion समझ में आता है, all of you, that the lapse rate reverses. It should become cooler with height, it becomes warmer with height. That's called as inversion. ठीक है, no problem here. Now, what are the types of inversion? Categorization कैसे है? So we have surface or low level inversion. This is generally because of two reasons. One is radiational and the second is advectional. And the second type is the high level inversion. High level inversion mein, okay, we have the stratospheric inversion or we have the mechanical inversion. Advection can be of 2-3 types. It can be because of mountain, valley, breeze. It can also be frontal. Advection means what? Horizontal movement is advection. Okay. So radiation inversion कब होता है? When do we have? I'm elaborating on this. Notes में लिख लो आप लोग, फिर questions पे आएंगे. What is radiation inversion? कैसे होता है? This happens in long winter nights. It happens in cloudless skies. This is typical in the temperate and high latitudes. It's also common in the deserts in the night. A very important condition is there should be cloudless skies. This also happens in the mountains. Long winter nights, cloudless skies, temperate latitudes, high latitudes, deserts in the nights and on the mountains. Basically, the land is getting very cold, not clouds, no blanket, rarefied atmosphere. The heat can be lost rapidly. Heat is lost rapidly. Land becomes cold and the air in contact with the land, this also becomes very, very cold. This is the radiational inversion. What is the impact of this? What happens because of this? There will be fogs, yes. You'll also have glaze, you'll also have sleet, lower areas mein. When the water is falling, water can freeze in the lower layers. We can have freezing rain, we can have smogs. जो winters में fog होता है, इसी वजह से होता है. Okay? Then we have advectional inversion. Advection का मतलब क्या है? The horizontal movement. So mountain breeze, sea breeze. Okay. So in the mountains, the cold air will start moving down. So in the night time, this area, okay, can have fogs and cold air. So mountain breeze in the night, this area can have. This is looking from top towards below, but actually along the surface hai. That is why it's advection. So the lower layer now becomes cooler and the upper layer is relatively warmer. Frontal inversion, basically cold front, warm front. The cold will go down, the warm will rise up. Yes. So you could add one more point. Okay, एक और add कर सकते हो, mountain breeze. Okay, frontal inversion, और एक और add कर सकते हो, the cold air coming from the Arctic region moving over Norwegian Sea and the Arctic smoke. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. Now what is stratospheric inversion, you understand? Ozone wala jo hai, okay, because of ozone gas, okay, there is warming, okay, a layer of warmer air which is troposphere, which is the stratosphere above the troposphere. Yes, tropopause also bhi bata sakte ho, fine. So I think you know these points now, more or less. Come towards mechanical inversion. Mechanical inversion, as in, this is the consequence of air moving up or down. Don't confuse mechanical with frontal. Frontal is actually advection. Okay? It's horizontal. Don't confuse with, okay, frontal. Air moving up and down, this is part of the currents. So there are two ways this happens. Okay. One is the surface is here because of very strong convection. The warm air can rise up here. So sometimes this air in time can get warmer. Okay. This very warm air rising and coming on this side, coming on this side. So this air up here can be warmer than the air here. That's one. This is one type. And the second type is in the subtropical latitudes. These are the areas of anticyclones. When air is sinking, while air is sinking, the air can start getting warm, adiabatic. Okay, so sinking air can warm adiabatically. So this air becomes a bit more warmer than this air. This discourages formation of the clouds. This can happen throughout the year. This is also referred to as trade wind inversions. This is at much more smaller scales, rapid rising air. Okay, initially convectional rainfall hoga. After some time, the air becomes warm in the top and the lower air is relatively cooler, then the system will stabilize. This happens in the tropical areas, in the areas where there's strong heating. Okay? This is also an example in what's called as human volcanoes. ये urban areas में होता है. Think of a chimney that is spewing gas and hot air. It goes up, and this now becomes warmer, and this is relatively cooler. And this is what becomes a part of the urban dome. So just for your sake of reading and understanding, please look up page number 66 and 67, please. This is the inversion of temperature. Next page 67 में देखो पहला paragraph. The temperature inversion in the polar regions of trade wind is called as a trade wind inversion. ठीक है, बस आपको यही पेज लिखना था. The consequences I've explained. The human volcanoes का reference है. You can look that up in another chapter. Page number 51 देखो. First paragraph में ही है. Create heat island, pollution dome. Okay, there are human volcanoes, factories, exchange heat balance at the local level. So human volcanoes क्या होते हैं? Those chimneys that are releasing heat. So इस reference में you can write about the first one.